In the high-stakes world of modern air combat, Canada is at a crossroads. The clock is ticking on Canada's aging fighter fleet. The decision it makes today could shape its defense for decades to come. Out of the shadows of political debate and technological rivalry, as geopolitical storms gather over the Arctic and rivals advance, a dark horse re-emerges, the Saab Jas-39 Gripen. But why now? Why this jet, when giants like the F-35 dominate headlines? And more importantly, why does Canada, a nation with one of the harshest climates and most unforgiving geographies on Earth, even dare to consider Gripen as its guardian of the skies? And why could it be Canada's most strategic and controversial choice? In the high-stakes battle for sovereignty, one question remains. Does Canada dare to rethink the fighter jet status quo? The answers might surprise you, and they may reveal that Canada's future air power won't be written by the obvious choice, but by the unexpected one. Canada's CF-18s are aging. Replacing them is a multi-billion-dollar decision. The frontrunner? The F-35 Lightning II is a stealth fighter built by a global consortium, but the Gripen? It was often dismissed as the dark horse. Yet, when Canada announced its choice, it wasn't just about buying a plane. It was about securing sovereignty, sustainability, and survival in the harshest conditions on Earth. In the vast, frozen expanse of Canada's Arctic, a new guardian is set to take flight. Why did Canada, a long-standing ally of the United States, turn to a Swedish underdog? This decision shocked the world of military aviation, with new threats emerging and the Arctic becoming a contested region. Canada needed a modern fighter. The requirements were clear: a jet that could operate in extreme cold, patrol vast distances, and integrate with allies like the US. Three contenders emerged: the American F-35, the American Super Hornet, and Sweden's Gripen. The Gripen's total life cycle cost is half that of some competitors. But it's not cheap, it's smart. Every dollar saved can be invested in more planes or other defense needs. Surprise 2, technology. The Gripen E/F is packed with advanced systems, like the most powerful radar in its class and the ability to share data with allies. But the real kicker? Sovereignty. Unlike some competitors, Saab allows Canada to control the source code and modify the jet without permission. In an era of rapid technological change, that freedom is priceless. The Gripen is like a smartphone of fighter jets, upgradable, customizable, and always connected. And then there's the Arctic. The Gripen can operate from short, icy runways, even shorter highways. Gripen's 3-person ground crew can refuel and rearm it in 10 minutes. In the Arctic, speed wins. It's designed for Scandinavia's cold, and Canada's is similar. Plus, it's the only fighter that can run entirely on biofuel. That's a game changer for a nation committed to green technology. On paper, the F-35 was the favorite: stealthy, advanced, and backed by the U.S. military-industrial complex. The Super Hornet was a proven, cost-effective upgrade. Then there was the Gripen, a nimble, high-tech underdog from neutral Sweden. But here's what most didn't see coming: the Gripen was designed for exactly what Canada needs. It's built for short runways and Arctic conditions. It can land on highways and be serviced in remote areas. And it boasts some of the most advanced electronic warfare and networking capabilities in the world. The shocking decision: why Gripen? Canada wanted a fighter it could control. Unlike the F-35, which restricts access to its software code, Sweden's Saab Gripen offered full technology transfer. Canada can now modify, upgrade, and maintain its fleet without U.S. oversight. The Gripen's ability to operate from short, icy runways makes it ideal for Canada's north. Its engine starts in extreme cold without ground support, something even the F-35 struggles with. Gripen's fighter as a node system connects every jet, ground station, and naval asset in real time. In the vast Arctic, this transforms every aircraft into an eye for the entire Canadian Armed Forces. At half the lifetime cost of an F-35, Gripen freed up billions. Saab pledged to build jets in Canada, creating thousands of jobs. This wasn't just a purchase, it was an investment in Canadian industry. Canada's choice sent shockwaves through NATO. For the first time, a major ally opted for a non-US fighter. It was a quiet assertion of independence in an era of great power rivalry. Meanwhile, in Canada, Saab's industrial partnerships are revitalizing aerospace hubs from Quebec to Manitoba. But the biggest winner? Sovereignty. With full control over its jets, Canada can adapt them to unique missions, from Arctic patrols to humanitarian aid. This deal positions Canada as a leader in aerospace innovation. While competitors dazzled with raw power or legacy prestige, Canada's evaluation team saw something else, a philosophy. Gripen wasn't just an aircraft, it was an open architecture, a flying software platform. Saab wasn't selling a locked box, they were offering keys to the kingdom, full technology transfer, source code access, and unprecedented Canadian control over maintenance, upgrades, and integration. The surprise wasn't the promised industrial benefits, it was their nature. This wasn't just assembly work. Saab committed to building a true Tier 1 aerospace capability within Canada. Think major wing production not just for Canada, but potentially for global Gripen fleets. This wasn't an offset, it was an industrial transformation. Forget exotic tech for a moment. The simplest surprise? How Gripen, designed for Sweden's dispersed basing and harsh winters, perfectly mirrored Canada's vast Arctic reality. Lightning-fast turnarounds by small teams on frozen tarmacs. Gripen does it daily. No need for massive, vulnerable hangars, a hidden operational resilience crucial for northern sovereignty. Here's the counterintuitive twist, choosing sovereignty wasn't choosing isolation. Gripen's open architecture enables seamless integration of the best international sensors and weapons, Canadian, American, European. Canada isn't locked in, it's the architect. Choosing the best tools for each mission, forever. Future-proofing isn't a promise, it's baked into the design. In an era of digital warfare, the most surprising factor might be the least visible, digital sovereignty. Total control over the jet's software and systems means no hidden backdoors, no reliance on a foreign power for critical security patches or threat response. Controlling the code means controlling the battle space in cyberspace, a non-negotiable for a G7 nation. Gripen's net-centric warrior AI isn't just a tool, it learns from every flight. In the Arctic, as climate change opens new shipping routes and rival nations show interest, the Gripen sends a clear message: Canada is ready, not the biggest, not the loudest, not backed by the deepest pockets or the loudest geopolitical drumbeat, a fighter jet forged not just in steel, but in a culture of restraint. Swedish pragmatism, necessity as the mother of ingenious invention. Sound familiar? Canada, Gripen isn't frozen in time. Its nervous system, its software, pulses with constant, seamless upgrades. No decade-long, budget-busting overhauls, just better. Tomorrow, and the next day, like updating your phone, but for sovereign skies. That's future-proofing, in a world fractured by noise. Gripen thrives as the ultimate team player, sharing eyes, ears, intelligence, instantly, not just with other jets, but with ships, troops, command. It's the networked nerve center Canada needs to protect a vast, complex sovereignty. Less lone wolf, more intelligent pack, a declaration that Canada values smart sovereignty. That ingenuity can outweigh brute force. That maintaining control of our technology, our costs, our destiny, matters more than flashing the shiniest badge. It's a bet on brains, adaptability, and a partner built in a nation that understands wilderness, neutrality, and quiet excellence. Facing a complex world, Canada looked beyond mere horsepower. It sought agility, intelligence, and independence. The Gripen is more than metal and code, it's a philosophy taking flight. A philosophy where control resides at home, where innovation is unleashed, and where sovereignty isn't just defended in the air, but built into every circuit and line of code. This choice isn't just about the next fighter, it's about forging Canada's aerospace destiny for generations. The Gripen isn't landing in Canada, Canadian ingenuity is taking off with it. The future of Canadian defense isn't leased, it's built. So, why did Canada choose Gripen? Because it's the fighter that makes the most sense: cost, control, and capability in one package. Canada's skies deserve the best, and Gripen delivers. Gripen, power, agility, and pure Canadian resolve. Gripen isn't just Canada's choice, it's Canada's smart strategy in the skies. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the subscribe button for more details.